We received these two fish from a friend the other day. One is tuna and the other is bonito. Can you tell which is which? They are very similar, aren't they? Okay, here is the answer. The one on the left is tuna. Tuna has these distinctive long pectoral fins. And there are thin vertical stripes on the belly. On the other hand, bonito has stripes on its belly. They both are a tuna family and live in the same waters. I've seen footage of bonito fishing boats, also catching tuna as welcoming guests. In this video, Sinapon will cook only tuna. We'll make a separate video about cooking bonito, so please look forward to it. Okay, let's go! Hi everyone. How you guys doing? You don't like watching fish being cut and cleaned? Okay, you can close your eyes. I'll tell you when it's over. Tuna looks like it doesn't have any scales, but he scrapes it with a knife to remove the tiny scales and dirt from the skin. It might be a good idea to wash it with a brush. Be careful not to hurt your hands with the fins. Rinse off the dirt with running water. You see the bigeye? This is a type of tuna called Bigeye Tuna. And as the name suggests, it is characterized by its large eyes. Insert the knife from the anus toward the chin. Rip off the gills and pull out the innards all at once. Wash the blood away. And fish have a kidney along with the spine. Sinapon uses a toothbrush to wash it away. And wash your cutting board thoroughly too. Okay, you can open your eyes. Guts are removed. Insert the knife just behind the pectoral fins and cut off the head. There are about 8 different kinds of tuna, each with a different flavor. It's Sinapon's first time eating Bigeye Tuna, so she seems very excited. Then slice it into 3 pieces. I'll explain what 3 pieces are later. Make a cut above the dorsal fin. Continue cutting until you reach the spine. This Bigeye Tuna is a small one. Probably 1 year old, or so. But if the fish is very large, you will make a cut in the center of the fish body and cut out a quarter. Then make the same cut on the other side. Proceed while cutting the ribs. Once pierced from both sides, cut off the ends. There are other ways to cut it. This is just one example. Now, this is a 2-piece cut or fillet. If you cook with bones, this is it. The other side is a little more difficult because you need to work very close to the cutting board. I mean, the space for your hand is limited. There. Cutting into 3 pieces means that you get 2 pieces of fillet and the middle bones. I couldn't find the right English name for this middle part. It's called nakabone in Japanese, which means the middle bones. If you've ever watched a tuna cutting show in front of you, they might have offered you some tuna meat spooned out of the middle bones, and that is called nakaochi. The middle bones are often used for miso soup. He decided to throw them away this time because there wasn't much meat left. That means he did a great job. There are bones hidden in the side of each body. Cut on both sides of the bone area to remove the bones. And here is the rib bone section that covers the innards. Insert the knife diagonally and cut it out. Then do the same for the other fillet. Once again, you'll wash the cutting board thoroughly and wipe it off. Because after this, you won't wash the fish meat, you want to work on a clean board. Next, you'll peel off the skin. Grab one edge of the skin, insert the knife, and move the knife back and forth to separate the skin from the meat. It didn't go well. There is always a way to recover. Peeling requires skills, so you just need to practice. But it turned out to be okay. The second one was better. She wants to try it too, but she is asking which side to start on. He forgot to remove the ribs. Oops, she made a crack. Okay, not bad, I guess. Finally, the cooking starts. First, she'll prepare the daikon radish for garnish. She's using a peeler for shredding. Then add some water, and soak it for a few minutes. Then squeeze out the water. She's making a ball. Apparently this shredded daikon is placed there to give the dish a three-dimensional look. Well, the plate was too big for this amount of sashimi. This is the next day's lunch. We will be making a sauce to marinate the raw tuna in, so make it first and let it cool. Just put these seasonings in a pan and boil. There is no need to boil it down as the purpose is to evaporate the alcohol. You can turn off the stove. and pour it in a bowl. She puts it in the refrigerator to cool. When the marinade sauce has cooled, you'll start slicing the tuna. Wipe off the drip of fish as it causes odor. Oh no.
あ、虫がいる。
She found a parasite. Don't worry, it happens a lot. Most of the fish eaters have some kinds of parasites in their innards and muscles. This one is a nematode often found in yellowtails. It didn't come out in one piece, so she cut off the part. This type of parasite is often large, so you can find it easily. And it is harmless. If you accidentally eat it, you will just digest it. Okay, she trims the piece to save the good part. Once everything is marinated, cover it with plastic wrap and let it sit in the refrigerator for 20 to 30 minutes. What a way to serve. I'm glad you had some perilla leaves. Finely chop them. And put them on top of the tuna. Voila! She eats the marinade tuna on steamed rice like this. Yum! The last dish to make with this tuna is marinated and fried tuna. Cut the fillet into slightly thicker pieces, 1 inch thick maybe. Put them in the bowl and pour seasonings on top. Huh, isn't this the same seasoning as before? That's right. Sake, mirin and soy sauce are the basic seasonings for many Japanese sauces. You can put some additional flavor in such as grated ginger or garlic. Drop a piece of plastic wrap onto the tuna. And put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Hi, Mrs. Fridge. She's so shy. It looks like okay. Coat each piece with potato starch on all sides. Do it one by one. Gather the powder. Preparation is done. Pour 2 to 3 centimeters of oil into a frying pan and fry them at 160 degrees Celsius, or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. It's better to leave them untouched for a while. By the way, this cooking method is called tatsuda age and can be used for both fish and chicken. McDonald's in Japan has such a thing like chicken tatsuda burger. If you have the chance to eat it, it's just the chicken that's been marinated before being deep fried. Serve them on a plate, and it's done. Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope to see you in the next video.